Alright. Hey, what's up guys? Just here, welcome back to Fate Grand Order LB6. And yesterday, we saw Gareth's last stand. And her turn into, the last Bella pilgrimage. And man, I'm still sad that we didn't get like a heartfelt, like, we arrive like as she's about to die and her and Artoria exchange words. I'm still sad that didn't happen. But again, I can kind of understand why, like, maybe they didn't want, I don't know. It's unfortunate. And then after that, we saw everyone's perspectives in the lead up to the battle. And Artoria called Oberon out on his bullshit. Like, you've been lying your ass off the entire fucking time I've known you. But at the very least, he was lying for the sake of progressing the campaign against Morgan, I suppose. I suppose that's the one thing we can give him. LB6, same her deck. But yeah, anyway. Now it is time. Morgan. We're starting off straight into it with a battle node. I mean, it makes sense. You know, we had the last section was all dialogue, so gonna start off strong, it would seem. Recommended level 90. It's morning. All squads form. I was not expecting a Nocnaria jump scare. Roundtable soldiers who have sworn to follow the Child of Prophecy, Northern fairies who have served me faithfully over the years, and volunteer soldiers from across the land. As of today, we are a single army with a single mission. Kill the Queen! We are, all of us now, the army of the new Queen. Which you believe to be, well, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Comrades dedicated to building a new Britain ruled by a true king, just as Einsel prophesied. Right. You there, Ritsuka. I can tell what you're thinking, I don't care that it's not a more original name. Yeah, okay. At least you're aware. There's been no word of surrender from Camelot, which is our glorious queen's way of telling us to bring it on. Fine by me. I've been waiting 100 years for this day. Are you all ready to fight? To give your lives, if necessary? Then let's show them what we're made of. That's pretty good speech, I guess. Taking the time in the middle of it to call us out for the look in our face is hurt the look, the effectiveness somewhat, I would think, but you know. It's time to end Morgan's reign and take down Camelot. All troops move out. Our first objective, smash through the main gate. And smash we shall. How do things look on our end? Is our combat team ready to go? The Roundtable Army's first division includes you, Artoria, and Da Vinci. Uh-huh. The second division includes Muramasa and Grimmer. Damn, putting them two together? Interesting choice. And in Nagnaria's main force, bringing up the rear. We have Redra and Habitrot, who have both said they won't be taking part in the battle. As for me, I asked to be assigned to the first division alongside you. Yep. Muramasa and Grimmer should both be stronger working together. Yeah, I guess. which is why I had them join the 2nd Division, since they need all the help they can get. Oh, speak of the devil. We of the 2nd Division came here to pay our respects before we begin our advance. Thank you. We'll be counting on your division to act as a decoy by attacking the ramparts, while those of us in the 1st Division protect the giant core. I'm afraid you'll be all on your own out there. The longer the battle drags on, the higher our chances of being routed. So keep your attacks on the ramparts to the bare minimum necessary. Try not to take any foolish risks. Once the main gate is open, you're to regroup with the main force and follow Nochnaria's orders. Yes, sir. We won't let you down. Child of Prophecy, Foreign Mage. No. Lady Artoria. Lady Ritsuka. You two stay safe out there too, okay? And take care of the commander for us. You got it, bud. Come on. We'd better move out too. The main gate is protected by soldiers from the Queen's army, who are being led by Tamlin Barghest. Oh, don't you worry. She won't be a problem. I hope. Our job is to safely escort Nochnaria's giant core to the main gate so they can destroy it. This also means we'll be handling the Queen's army and Barghest herself. Did we really not? I mean, I guess we wouldn't want them to, like, rely on Barghest, right? Maybe that's why we didn't tell the main force what the deal was. Because it seems like everyone, including Percival, is like, Barghest, So, I assume we're just keeping that to ourselves, so that way no one has, like, expectations of her. Because in case she does stand against us, it won't be like a huge shock that ends up hurting morale or anything. Artoria, you'll be up front casting protective spells on the rest of our troops. Ritsuka, you'll handle the more powerful Queen's Knights, and Barghest, right? What about the secret pact we made with her? I remember. Of course we're not going to fight her. Once we make it through the main gate, she should declare her allegiance to the Child of Prophecy, just like we agreed in Manchester. But it's not as though we agreed on a plan. And knowing her, I'm sure she's going to fulfill her role as one of Morgan's knights right up until the main gate's destroyed. So first we need to secure a route to the main gate. Then we need to keep Barghest busy. That's what you mean, right, Da Vinci? Yep. Barghest should make her final peace with her decision once she sees you leading the charge. So even though it'll be dangerous, we're still going to face her head on. This part's just like what we confirmed before daybreak. Got it, Ritsuka? Yeah, all depends on how quickly we can get through the main gate. I can't believe it. Do you mean Barghest is actually going to come over to our side? Yes? I guess Oberon wasn't privy to that. Oberon? Oberon? Are you going to fight too? Yep, this is the final battle. Not much need for me to run a recon anymore, is there? I guess. Besides, I'm sick of being left out. I may not exactly be a combat powerhouse, but I can at least be of some help. More importantly, when did you talk to Barghest? You don't have any right to get on our case for having secret meetings, okay? Not after what all the shit you've done, okay? You have no right to get on our case. Right before we went to the Lake District. Ah, I see. Yes, the timing would have worked out nicely. Very efficient. The important thing is, if Barghest really is going to join us, that improves our chances considerably. Indeed it does. In fact, with a bit of luck, my lie just might... Which lie? My lie just might become the truth? What are you talking about? Oh, that one, okay. I was like, did he lie about... Because he was the one who said this became a proper history, right? And that people from here could come to proper human history. I was like, did he lie about that? To, like, try and do do some shady shit. But, no, okay. A victory without any casualties. With Barghest on our side, we only have to worry about Lancelot. And as long as Muramasa and Grima keep her occupied, we should have no trouble getting into the castle. Great work, you two. This gives us a real shot of reaching the throne room without losing anyone. Percival, you got Artoria. Mash, you got Ritska. Alright, let's go. First order of business, clear away the soldiers guarding the main gate. Yeah, let's crush them beneath our heels. Like the puny little men they are. Or puny little fairies they are. If anything. Alright. See, I could bring... I don't know, 120 Castoria is pretty tempting. But I kind of want to bring an AoE Berserker to just wipe the field. Yeah, I'll bring an AoE Berserker. I think that'll work out for the best, honestly. Alright, let's take this off of you. I imagine this fight shouldn't be hard, so I can bring the Bond Craft Essences without... Ah, that's why. I was like, why is it showing... Yeah, it should be fine. Probably. Alright. Quite the mishmash of classes. Saber Lancer, Archer, Caster. I was gonna say, it might be too early to use this, but I can probably get her charged back up pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, let's just do it. We can get her NP charged back up pretty easily. We'll just wipe the board with them. Yeah, get out of here, militia. Alright. Could you not get drunk on the job, Ibuki? That's very improper of you. Oh, poo, I forgot I wasn't... I forgot I didn't have Merlin. I took him out. Shoot. I was gonna use him to finish charging up her. This is only give 20. Ah, well. That's fine. I was hoping it would crit. Unfortunately. No criticals here. Alright, so this will do quite. Soka? Sukabet. Noishu. Got that Berserker double team. Oh god, what now? Okay, hey Bargy. I'm gonna take the fact that her health is so low as her going easy on us. Okay. Well, let's just... Let's just do the dang thing.
へえ、悪いんだ。よーし、出すね。夏の女神が主情に告げる。踊りなさいな、騒ぎなさいな。
Man, these 120 NP5 berserkers really do make things real easy, huh? Oh, we tried to get rid of her backup and okay. Like once there were no witnesses to her betrayal, she's like, okay, I'm gonna join you now. That was easier than expected. Oh, no post-battle talk with Bargy.
Senpai, 前回の
Sad, but understandable.
先輩
Now, damn. Alright. So I just had to, get that out of the way right quick. Who ate the tickets? CL. I got her to another bonus summon loop. And it got nothing. Sadly. I'm still sure I'll get her eventually, probably. Oh boy, okay, we're fighting Lancer, so I assume it'll be Lancelot coming to, get in our way. I imagine. Shh. I was hoping I could charge in during this decoy operation. But these walls are just bizarre. They're hot, cold, slippery, and repellent all at the same time. It's almost like they're alive, the way they adapt to whatever I throw at them. Damn it. Camelot's walls are modeled after Orkney's. They've got 1,000-year-old live oak trees propping them up on the inside. Don't bother trying to destroy them. They'll just regenerate instantly. It'd be faster to just pry open the east gate. We don't got tools or something like that. No choice but to hold our ground here. No, wait, hang on. You're a caster, right, blue guy? Can you make us a platform we can use to scale the walls? Oh, an oak platform to counter an oak wall, huh? Good idea, I'll grow one right now. Ah, crap, looks like your brilliant idea was a little late, red guy. Look up there. Here comes the fighter jet. I know that sound. Here's Melu. Just 2 servants. This must be the decoy. Too bad. But at least you two should be worthy opponents. And since we've met, we can skip the introductions. I guess. We can finally pick up where we left off at Sheffield in the pit. This time I'll make sure I finish you both off properly, now that I know how resilient servants can be. Muramasa, I'll cut you into horizontal sections, and Greamer into vertical ones. Doesn't that sound nice? It's just such good friends. I guess. Friends, I hardly know this kid. If you want to slice and dice him, you go right ahead. Nobody asked you. Come on, Muramasa, let's show her what we can really do. Of course, if you want to let her chop you into servant chunks, I won't stop you. There you see. You are friends. You think alike. That makes this even more worth it. Finding a good rival's hard, especially when you're one of the strongest creatures ever to exist. Like me. Wow, ego much? That's so. You'd better come at us with everything you've got, too. You still haven't fought at your full strength, right? You bet I will. It would be a waste to hold anything back against you, too. My name is Tamlin Lancelot. Prepare to be sliced to ribbons, you ridiculous divine spirits of proper human history. She seems mad. I could bring a bar guest. That'd be kind of funny. But no. You know what? Give me the true King Arthur. 120, 2K Fode, NP5, Artoria, Pendragon. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I'll do it manually. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ibuki Doji. The fact that they're letting us bring 3 of our own servants, and it's not completely formation locked, like a support only, makes me think this fight's not gonna be super easy. So I'm gonna bring another saber just in case. Good old Mordred as a little bit of insurance, shall we say. And then I'll give you MP strength up. As a little last resort. Alright. Wouldn't be a horrible matchup if we had if this was normal Saber Muramasa. But Alter Ego Muramasa, not so much. Alright, I was hoping to start off with a full Ibuki combo, so this is unfortunate. I'm gonna apply this right away too. Yeah, I'll hold for now on everything else. Oh wait, she started with, I didn't even notice. Okay, at least I lived it. That's good. This seems a little bit cheaty if I do say so myself. Just getting full charge every turn. That seems kind of fucked up. What if I do this? Ah, no effect. He still has evade on and full health, so the guts won't get activated yet, so I won't use that yet. Alright. That did not do as nearly as much as I thought it would. Like, I know it's AoE and... I just thought that would do more. Rip Muramasa. Okay, good. I got a Ibuki full combo. Good. That is perfect. I assume the battle will end as soon as we break the break bar. Oh, really? Okay, that close. Bushin Babylonia? Yeah. Thanks for attacking Greamer,
そこだ
Nelu. Well, I guess it didn't really matter. You've been killing Ibuki anyway. Ow. Rude. Okay, girl, chill.
あーブルゴンそっか
任せとけ
突撃で
At least I hope this ends when we break the brick bar. I'm hoping that's the case. Please?
いいよ容断する
Okay, apparently not. Okay, apparently
もう
not.
私のものだ血も肉もこぼさない深い水底に連れて行こう
Did she just one hit Mordred? She did.
空っぽになっちゃう
ハ
Okay.
イアングルトランスファーハイアングルトランスファー
That's not ideal at all. She's neutral evil. Sub-attribute Earth. So Castoria Berserker's charge won't do anything, alright?
本気の俺は手強いぜ
You need to live another turn, don't you? Okay.
正面から受けて立つどんな時も軽やかに
Well,
逃がしはしない
let's
おじかけ
ほうこの服装で決着をつけましょ
hope
う
this does some.
焼き尽くせ木々の巨人炎の檻となりてウィッカーマン
ふざけてる
Alright, thank you for the defense down. Make this hit a little bit harder.
対薬剤大儀式開門ロンゴミニアドからエクスカリバーに変装聖剣抜刀最新よ我らが罪を許したまえふざけてる
Okay. Alright, second brick bar down after this. Surely the fight will end after this one, right?
決着をつけるぞ
Surely we won't have to fully defeat her. That'd be silly if we had to do that, right? That would be ridiculous.
来るがいい
Or not.
君は
Okay.
もう私のものだ
Oh, good thing we have anti-enforcement defense.
深い水底に連れて行こうハイアングルトラック開いた
Okay.
さてここからだ 前例を見せる
We're about to have a problem. If you would attack Greamer, that would be great. Also, how many invincibles do you have? Oh, it's a full turn, not. Okay, well, poo. I shouldn't have used the attack boost.
はい
ああ
やるせい
燃えろ
どうやってこうだっけ
Please attack Greamer. Please attack Greamer. Please attack Greamer. Please attack
一瞬で
Greamer.
終わらせる石灰剣技開始つなげ
Of course you don't attack Greamer. Of course you don't. Of course.
慣れない服は
Why would ya?
やるネイル飛べ
Not even with your follow-up attacks. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool. You know what?
いい
No.
いいですね取った切り上げるまだまだ風よ
Okay, thank
舞い上がれ
goodness. Okay, please attack Greamer with this, please.
一撃
Please.
一瞬で終わらせる
Please?
石灰剣技開始つなげ
Thank you.
イノセンスアロンダイト
Okay.
そこだ
Yeah, this is fine.
やる
That's perfectly fine. We'll be fine. And honestly, this
やけど
will
すんなよ
probably kill her. Because Excalibur does a buttload of damage. I mean, we don't have the bust drop this time, though. But with that defense down, and then yeah, we should kill her. Probably. Hopefully. Pretty please. 120. She has like 20, yeah, 22 left. Perfect. Okay. You didn't have to use command spells or anything. That's good. That's good. could have been worse. Scales of Fantasy. All right. Gotcha. How can the foreign mage be supporting you from so far away? I don't think we are. It ain't support, it's a strategy. It took a lot out of her, but I had Ritsuka summon those servants before we began our advance. Oh, okay. And I used my own magical energy to keep them around. But that all ends now. This took a hell of a lot more out of me than I expected. I knew I was insane to try and look after heroic spirits from different mythologies. So are you saying if we had... You know, if you were gonna come up with a strategy, maybe you should have... like, force... like, support only to us, and made us bring, like... Skahawk and Fergus and... whatnot. That could have been an interesting battle, being forced to use... all Celts, and then this wouldn't have been a problem, right? Probably? I was insane to try and look after heroic spirits from different mythologies. You're a mage? Then, the sage isn't just a nickname? What the hell do you take me for? Well, you just look like you'd be more at home throwing spears. Yeah? Yeah? Besides, Gungnir's pretty famous in Britain, too. Aw, I thought you were a lancer like me. What the actual hell? Muramasa, are you sure this is the Lancelot everyone's so afraid of? I know, it's hard to believe, but yes, she's a lonely airhead. But it's her for sure. That's it. I'm definitely killing Muramasa later. Honestly fair. Hang on, that doesn't make any sense. Your objective is to break through the main gate. The foreign mage should be putting everything she has into that. If she had power to spare for you, that must mean... They did it. The giant core broke through the main gate. And that's not all. Tamlin Barghest has defected from the Queen's army. Barghest the Indomitable is on our side now. Barghest. So that's why your heart didn't seem to be in this. I could have sworn she had some idea. Like, the way she was, like, such pointed, like, bits of, like, conversation she was trying to have with Barghest in the Eve of the Decisive Battle section. I was like, there's no way she doesn't know, right? Like, she must know. Like, it seemed way too pointed to be coincidence, but apparently she didn't. Very well. You've won this battle. Tamlin Lancelot is officially lost. Go ahead and tell everyone that the Child of Prophecy defeated all 3 of Morgan's knights. But that's only because I can see which way the wind is blowing here. Remember, I personally haven't lost. Don't you dare think otherwise. Okay, you sore loser. Yep, that's a dragon, alright. That's the trouble with those dominant species types. They act like they understand the human world, but they never listen to a thing people say. Ah, well, at least our work here's done. I'm gonna head back to the main force along with the division. How about you? I'm gonna join Ritsuka. Even with Barghest on our side, we've still got our work cut out for us invading the castle proper. Gotcha. Well, good luck. Remember, Morgan's serious business. According to the first Screamer's notes, she's never backed down from a fight in her life. Doesn't matter where she is or who she's up against. Once she starts a fight, she won't stop until her opponent's dead or she is. She's as dedicated and stubborn as they come. Artoria might be okay, but an opponent like that's gonna be tough for Ritsuka and Mash to deal with. Yeah. I mean, we've dealt with similar. So make sure to keep an eye out for them. And if worst comes to worst, catch my drift? Of course I do. Seems like everyone's forgotten about it by now. The whole reason I came here in the first place was to take Morgan's head. Yeah, I mean, I didn't forget, I just kind of assumed since it was the same goal as ours. Okay. So the catch my drift is step in if it seems like they can't get it done. I guess. Like, you know, try and let the Child of Prophecy do her thing, but if it's not working out, do your thing. Alright. A caster now, huh? A lone caster. The main gate is open. Prepare to enter the castle town. Or at least caster is the only class we're gonna be dealing with. Not necessarily alone, but the only class. The Child of Prophecy's team will make their way to the castle via the western route, neutralizing any enemy troops encountered on the way. If any enemy troops wish to surrender, let them do so. Follow Tamlin Barghest's example. Our goal is the establishment of a new order in Britain, one that can stand up to the threat of the Great Calamity. Remember, these fairies are not a true enemy. Do not kill unless absolutely necessary. Shh! Damn it, Percival. Where do you get off taking all the best parts for yourself? Alright, you can play at that game. A giant core. Great work breaking through the main gate. But don't overtax yourselves. Fall back to the rear. Wind troops, go help the Round Table Army. Earth and Fang troops, continue your advance towards the castle. Split up into 4 divisions to neutralize the Queen's army. I'll lead the King clan through the east route. Bull squad forward. You're fighting out front too, Nocnaria? Of course, you gotta lead by example, right? Of course I'm leading my own troops. I need to set an example for my subjects. If I end up getting hit by a stray arrow, then so be it. As long as that arrow doesn't have, like, cheese adorned to the tip of it, then you'll probably be fine. Don't bother telling me not to push myself. None of you would listen to me if I asked you to do the same either, right? This is our only chance to go toe-to-toe with Morgan. Last one to the castles of Rotten Egg or Toria. Come on, let's keep moving. We don't need to worry about Nocnaria. There's still a lot of fighting going on around the main gate, but I'll subdue the Queen's soldiers stationed outside the ramparts. Yeah, you get 'em, Bargy. Once they see that a Tamlin has defected, that should prompt more of them to surrender. And one more thing. Have one of the Round Table Army soldiers stay behind me so there's someone seen to be keeping an eye on me. That should put the other Rebel Army soldiers at ease. Good idea. We know you won't betray us, but the other soldiers won't have that confidence. Still, are you sure you don't want to come along? This is your chance to defeat the... She has no interest in being ruler. This is your chance to defeat the Queen and become ruler of Britain yourself. I can't do that. I may have gone over to your side, but I still cannot turn my horn on the Queen. After this battle, I intend to entrust the aftermath to you and the clans, and be imprisoned for my crimes. I see. So you really have thought this through. I'll keep an eye on you then. Once the Rebel Army sees the Round Table Army's resident Joker standing beside you, they should stop thinking of you as a threat. You're right. But don't think that'll be the end of it. You'll still have a ton of work to do even after things calm down near the main gate. Camelot's upper-class fairies are deathly afraid of you too. So one look from you should be more than enough to keep them in line. Yes, you're right. That would be the right way to use me. I would have no problem wielding my horn against them. But I'm sure you haven't forgotten how I burned down your woods. Do you not hate me for that, Oberon the traitor? Oh, intensely. But now's not the time to go into that. We have other things to take care of first. Isn't that right, Percival? Of course. Thank you for entrusting us with the fate of New Britain, Tamlin Barghest. We won't let you down. Division 1, move out. The Child of Prophecy and the Foreign Mage are about to make their way to the castle. It won't be long now before the prophecy is realized. In the name of the Round Table, we must ensure they both arrive safe and sound. Yeah, woo! Percival! Commander! Yeah! They've made it through the main gate. Only those free of sin may pass, huh? The problem is there are no fairies without sin in Britain. It was High Queen Morgan's choice to have the gate acknowledge that, and still let those with sin pass through anyway. It was her one act of mercy, and they've trampled all over it. So I see no reason to be merciful to them now. You gonna go full dragon mode? I'll destroy all the rebel army's squads in the castle town one by one, then punish Barghest for turning traitor. That's the part I must play as a Tamlin. In 20 minutes it will all be. Uh-huh. That wind. It's from Aurora. Huh? Yeah, your actual liege ordering you to stand down? Or something like that? Because that's who she's really loyal to, so... If Aurora orders her to go against the queen, you know... She'll probably have to listen. Probably. Actually, no, I'll keep you in front. That's fine. Where are you? Where are... Am I blind? Where is she? Oh, there she is. I was blind. She was right there. Right in between BB and Altera. I was like... Bassett? And you sure why not? These are just regular ass soldiers, so I'll go ahead and bring Boned up. Why not? Okay. And yeah, one of these doohickeys. Why not? Alright. You know, it'd be real nice if that really was Aurora telling her to at least stand down. Maybe not necessarily go against the queen, but at least stand down and let us through. That'd be nice. But I feel like things never go that easily for us. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Actually, you know what? Why not? Why not do this? She's only neutral, so it won't do that much damage. But, you know, some damage on everyone's better than nothing. Some's better than none. That's what I always say.
心境草薙のタッチ
Okay, that actually did a decent amount. It's one down. Alright. Yeah, good try. Good try, buddy. Not really. But hey, you know, you tried your best and that's all that matters, right? Let's get Bazit out here. Someone who'll do actual damage. Could have done a full combo, but that guaranteed crit from Berserk Toria is nice, yes. Very nice indeed. And nuclear bomb.
どうします？
よーし出すね対薬剤大儀式開門ロンゴミニアドからエクスカリバーに変装聖剣抜刀最新よ我らが罪を許したまえ
Oh yeah. That wasn't that bad.
戦
Actually
闘
quite
終
easy.
了次は普段の私でお願いします
They're giving us the chump fights up until we get to Morgan, huh? Oh, after battle dialogue? So this is Camelot. The city Ash. No, Queen Morgan built. But this is no time to be admiring it. The pool of magical energy stored here is incredible. I've seen many magical reactor cores before, but this easily surpasses them all. Yep. It's both the far end of the world and its center. And it's just as strong as the tower at the ends of the world we saw in the holy city of Camelot. Also, no matter how much things are going our way, we can't forget that Morgan still has the Sacred Lance. Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't use a couple of those Rongo mini-ads to just... you know, completely obliterate us. Maybe she wants to crush us herself, like, face to face. Be on your guard, everyone. There's still a chance she'll try to use Rongo mini-ad against us. So we need to make our way into the castle before she destroys the whole city. You said it. All right, we can't let Morgan do that. Not to Camelot, the city of the Round Table. Well, Rongo mini-ad. Excuse me, Lady Da Vinci, but what is Rongo mini-ad? Is it the name of a Tamlin? Well, if it were, I'm sure I would have heard it before. Did we not tell them about the... That was a pretty big oversight if we didn't. How did we not think to... Huh? It's the lance they had right at the main gate. Have you guys really never heard of it? It's a truly massive burst of magical energy which can make a hole in the ground almost the size of the pit. No, wait. That's right. Of course you're right. Not a single person in Britain's ever seen Rongo mini-ad's light before. Morgan didn't use the Sacred Lance to conquer Britain. If she had, the aftermath would be impossible to miss. But Muramasa said she definitely had it. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean she used it, though. That's true. I'm sure Rongo mini-ad does exist here. But she still never used it. Which means she must have conquered Britain all on her own. Yeah, which is kind of a terrifying thought when you think about it, but... So then why does she have fairies pay the existence tax? If she doesn't need it for Rongo mini-ad, what's all this magical energy being used for? That's a good question. What does she need it for? Aside from, you know, turning the calamities into something she can use to take control of the rest of the planet, or expanding the fate domain of Fairy Britain or whatever. Tamlin Barghest has surrendered to the rebel army and forsaken her duty to guard the main gate. After briefly circling Camelot's airspace, Tamlin Lancelot's disappeared to parts unknown. There have been no reports of her defeat, so we believe she has deserted her post in defiance of her orders. The rebel army currently controls 60% of Camelot. 42 of the Queen's knights are still able to fight. We have blocked off the castle's entrance using the movable partition, but we believe it's only a matter of time until the rebel army breaks through that as well. Oh, I can't believe it. They got through the main gate. Barghest turned traitor. You see, I always knew we should never have trusted that damn black dog, let alone given a territory of her own. Nagnaria tamed giants. Why do the Northern Fairies even have creatures like that there? This is exactly what I hate about Northerners. Those hicks don't know the first thing about politics or economics. Just look at what those barbarians are doing to my prized shop. That's it, I demand the High Queen compensate me for damages. I haven't been paying for insurance all this time for nothing. Yeah, good luck getting that money. Now Lady Lancelot's going too. Then who's going to kill the rebels? No, I can't have Nagnaria here. I've been bad-mouthing her every day for years. She'll kill me for sure. Oh, but the Child of Prophecy will save me, right? Right. Yeah, great idea. To say this right by the... right next to the Queen. Great plan. Could it actually be that the High Queen's army will lose? But then, what's going to happen to us? High Queen Morgan. Oh, war isn't fair, High Queen Morgan. What are we going to do? Should we surrender to them now? Maybe they'll stop if you give yourself up. Yeah, y'all are about to be annihilated. You are right to be concerned. Barghest has revolted. Lancelot has defied her orders. The main gate's been smashed, and it's only a matter of time until the rebels control the city. Very well. The time for games with the Tamlin has come to an end. I shall change the course of this battle. Better go whoop smash yourself. Whoa, the High Queen just stood up from her throne. This is wonderful. 3 cheers for Her Majesty. I don't think you guys are leaving this throne room alive. I'm gonna be honest. After all the shit y'all were just saying, I'm pretty sure she's about to annihilate all of you. But now what? The rebels aren't going to stop just because she got up, right? Silence, officials. Prostrate yourselves along the wall and shed tears of adoration. The High Queen is about to join the fray. This shall now be Her Majesty's battlefield. It has been 2,000 years since I last exerted myself. I shall have to take care not to break them utterly in the opening moments. You can break me utterly? I mean, what? Huh? What? Huh? Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. Alright, well... this might be a problem. Now, I know the summonable Morgan is a berserker, but I don't know if the NPC version of her is also going to be a berserker or not, or if she'll be a ruler. Like I know this node we're fighting a berserker, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's her. We might have to fight something else before we get to her. That's strange. Shouldn't we be at the castle by now? This must be the movable partition. I heard about. They said it could be used to alter the positions of Camelot's ramparts, and even some of its buildings. Oh, that explains it. I thought things looked different from the last time we were here. I see. Then I guess some of these large buildings are actually part of the ramparts. In fact, now that I'm really looking, I can even see the rails on the ground. Even if they're only used to slide things horizontally, that's still impressive. That means we won't be able to take the route to the castle as we have it on our map. If they can move buildings around as they like, they can just as easily block off the entrance to the castle. Oh, you're right. Of course they would do that. Thank you, Mash. You've been a big help. If you hadn't said anything, I would have kept blindly searching for the entrance like an idiot. Not at all. I didn't do anything, really. I know I haven't had any time to talk to this Lost Belt version of Percival, but he's nothing like I imagined. If anything, it feels like I'm talking to someone around my own age. So we can't trust our eyes to take us where we need to go, huh? In that case, it must be over there. Oh, the strongest magical energy signal is over that way, so that must be where the throne is. Understood. Etoile, get the word out to the other troops. Tell them Camelot's terrain is malleable, so the maps may be unreliable. So you just want me to send an unencrypted message to anyone and everyone? No problem! Is that wind? It's a wind tiding. A technique the Wind Clan used to carry their voices over long distances. The big problem is that other fairies can hear what you say too, so it's no good for secrecy. I'd guess only the most powerful Wind Clan fairies can use it to speak exclusively to specific individuals, like Aurora to Melu? I see, so you can't use it for clandestine purposes, but it's perfect if you want to get the word out to lots of people at once. I guess that means Nakanaria will hear it too, but that's okay. Right now, getting into the castle is our top priority. I mean, is it a problem if our ally hears about it? Huh, Da Vinci? Huh? Right, I'd like to settle things before the Queen's Knights have a chance to regroup. Is that ash normal? Yeah, I was thinking that when it first started falling. I was like, that's weird. That's a bit of an oddity, but okay, just move on. Artoria! Mash? So that shield of yours is the Round Table. It seems proper human history mages are as lacking in fear as they are respect. You've taken the gathering place of your greatest heroes, the symbol of all who've sworn to defend their country, and turned it into your personal weapon. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, you know what? I can't say anything about that. No, she's not wrong. Not even I would think to go so far. Or is it precisely because you're from proper human history that you've gone to such depraved lengths? Perhaps you never cared what means you chose if it meant your survival in the end. I mean, it was kind of just happenstance, so high. Yep, okay, so, yep, definitely Berserker, okay. No way. How? And in the middle of the city? It's her. It's Herthy. Morgan, Queen of Fairy Britain. Of course I've come for you in my city. What cause could there be for me to wait until the rabble sullies my castle before crushing them? You know, fair point. I guess. Camelot's throne is the linchpin of my Britain. I would never let you stain it with blood. Artoria, the child of prophecy. Ritsuka, mage of Chaldea. And you, the servant who possesses the gallant Galahad's spirit origin. Well done on completing your pilgrimage. On that I commend you. Once again, judgment has been passed on the 6 clans. Soon all of Britain's fairies shall know salvation. And yet, it is all I can do to be sick at the thought. The bells of pilgrimage are a temporary salve at best. The fairies are all too quick to forget about your hard work. They remember nothing of your struggle, your anger, your grief. Surely you realized as much by the time you rang the 2nd bell. And yet, you persisted in your pilgrimage. You have taken what is right and proper from this lost Britain. I trust you are pleased with yourself. Of course not. Don't talk to me about right and proper. I was only born because you abandoned your duty. If you just done your job like you were supposed to, she would never have had to become king. I don't know what the clan's original sin was, and I don't care. I just want to fulfill my duty and be done with it. Whatever struggles you went through as Ash, or how the land of the Fae first came about, none of that has anything to do with me. I didn't stand a chance against you before, but things are different now. So come on, Morgan. Let's do this thing. Afterwards. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I don't know what's right and what's not. I don't want to know anything about my destiny either. I can't do anything about Britain's future or the outside world. I don't have some noble cause or grand ambition like you. All I know is that I want to win. That's the only part of myself I believe in. I see. So you still know nothing of your true identity, even after completing your pilgrimage. No, I think she does. Come then, child of prophecy. I'll put an end to your absurd destiny myself. Artoria, my arch enemy in proper human history. You will never go anywhere. You will never change anything. I will show you mercy. I will change what you cannot. Forget about going to the site of selection. It is time you went back to being the miserable village girl you once were. Alright, we got no 1v1. Sad. But you know, it's fine. Alright, it's a single enemy. So... you know what? let's bring Artoria again. Why not? Ibuki Doji. Castoria Zerker. Has it. And Artoria again. We got 4 Artorias. Actually, you know what? You know what? All Artorias. I don't have another 5-star Artoria, do I? No, I don't think so. I have an Artoria face. AKA Morgan herself, technically. And I guess... actually, you know what? Hang on. 4-star... Alright, this will do. This seems appropriate. This seems like the perfect balance of... Not taking it extra seriously. What do you mean? Bring Artorias to deal more damage to Artoria's enemy is certain. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I forgot that Morgan also had that. So that's a fair point. Ah, well, I guess I shouldn't do that. I suppose. Alright. I'll leave this one in though. Just cause. Alright, okay. Let's do... I should do all black grails. That should be fine. Surely this wouldn't have any negative consequences at all. Yeah, we should be alright with this. I hope. Hopefully this is fine. Okay, her health isn't as crazy as I thought it would be. Fairy Queen, activate Charisma of Yearning every three turns whenever you're on the field, plus negate the defense disadvantage due to class affinity, plus apply a state where 2 debuffs are removed for yourself at the start of your turn. Okay. Seems kind of cheaty to me, but whatever. Maximum damage, unfortunately, because oh, actually, I still did quite a bit. Not quite a one-turn break bar break, sadly. But you know, 2 turns ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Oh boy, oh Bellavor me. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Ooh. That hurt. That hurt real bad. Okay. Ooh. Hang on. Let me cook real quick. Doing this that way we have 2 stacks of anti-enforcement defense. Should let's absorb a bit of damage. Although I can't imagine we're gonna actually beat Morgan on this node. There's no way the first encounter will be where we kill her. Seems highly unlikely. Okay, well these 2 still have their anti-enforcement, so they'll be fine. But, Castoria might be in a pickle. Unless I sacrifice... I could sacrifice Summer Archer Toria. I feel kind of bad about it, but you're gonna be the sacrificial lamb.
裏打ちはしません。空、嵐、イカズチ。そうさ、そうかそうか。
そうか、そうか。
はあ、イカズチ。風、炎、イカズチ。浅い。
Surely that defense up of hers will keep her alive, right?
慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。恐怖はない。希望もない。ただ、罪人のように死ぬ。何人も流れる通るにあたわず。してますとも。
Yep. Totally lived that. Totally survived. Definitely not dead at all. Not even a little bit.
ごちそうさま。強化完了。決着の時だ。
I actually haven't looked. What are the crit rate? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
望む。はい。了解。逆光剣。
This will surely get her down to low.
取った。浅い。逃がすものか。フラガラク。モルゴース。
Alright, a little bit of a waste because she can't break the break bar, but that's fine. This at least absorbs hits that would have otherwise gone to Morgan, or other people from Morgan. I don't know why I did it like that. Doesn't really matter because keep attacking through the break bar anyway.
簡単に終わらないように分断する。
Okay, yep.
死になさい。
Retreat Castoria.
分断する。もろ手に入らないように簡単に終わらないように。
Well, This is a right pickle, isn't it?
お任せよ。はい。この明かりは星の希望。死を減らす命の証。決着をつけるぞ。Xカイバー。
I mean, 90,000, not bad.
行くぞ。ストライクカイバーン。浅い。
Wait. What? Oh, right, the remove debuff. I forgot about that. I forgot she had the remove debuff thing in her. Well, that's a problem. That's, See, the fight's not that hard. If I had, like, just done some proper, team building instead of bringing the people I need to get bond up, I probably could have beaten her on the first go. Well. But yeah, but blue cube's expired. So, command spell time. And this should be fine. Nah, I'll just have to build proper teams in fights going forward. That's fine.
現実にその光はないとしても諦めず投げ出さず強がって歩き出すこの希望を知っているから
Rather than insisting on bringing the people I'm trying to get bond for. Sadly.
許すものか。あいた。あまり悩ませないのね。戦いですか。楽しくなるでしょ。そうさな。やる。じゃあ今回はうまくいきました。
Could have been worse. Surely I won't need those command spell resets going forward, right? Nah, this is a fake out. This is a fake out. You've mortally wounded me. I've not been so gravely harmed since my battle with Mab. Where, what's the twist? What's the twist? Come on. I see now how you managed to excise so many lost belts. Now I, too, go to the same fate as the other lost belt kings you defeated. Right, sure. Be that as it may, I must say this, young foreign mage. The spells you wield in this isolated lost belt are so powerful as to defy belief. Okay. Should you have the chance to do so in the future, I suggest you think back to where things began. What is Chaldea? For what purpose was race shifting originally devised? I mean, I did think things were kind of funky with, like, Marsberry apparently being, like, devising with the serious light things and giving the name Cryptor. Like, something was definitely fishy going on there, but, thanks for the confirmation, Morgan, or not really confirmation, but, the hint, I guess. Huh? Yeah, she went away like a servant, huh, Artoria? What? Queen Morgan's spirit origin has vanished. There's no mistaking it. We really... Yeah, but remember, this was supposed to be the living Morgan, not a servant. Why did she disappear like a servant? No one gonna question how weird that is? Nobody? Hang on, sure she was ridiculously powerful. Powerful. Sure we're way too worn out to fight anymore. But she never actually told us anything. Not about Rongominiad, not the truth about the land of the Fae. She basically quit. I mean, lost while she was ahead. We still have a ton of questions with no answers. Maybe so, but I don't think Queen Morgan would have told us anything even if we had lost. She never did say more than she had to. Morgan, she was all alone right to the end. Right, sure. You don't feel good about winning? Well, no, I guess not. I mean, as Wicked Queens go, maybe she was a bit of a letdown? I don't know, I was steeling myself for her to do something way worse. Kind of a weird thing to think after we finally ended things without losing anyone. Can y'all stop talking like we actually won? Because I don't believe it for a goddamn second. I don't believe it at all. You always called her queen, didn't you? Huh? Did I? I didn't realize. It's not like I meant anything by it. I mean, I definitely didn't respect her at all. It's fine if you did. I mean, she was impressive, in a way. Excuse me. I'm not sure why you're all so glum, but the fact of the matter remains. We defeated Queen Morgan. Isn't that cause for celebration right now? Is it? I'll have a wind tiding sent to let the whole army know. That should put an end to the battle. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. It sucks for Naknaria, but it looks like we were the ones to finally defeat Queen yeah, there it is. Toya, you daft idiot. Oberon? Huh? Oberon? You are indeed blessed in your companions, Artoria. In that alone, you and I are equal. But now you've lost one. Next, another. The servant who tried to take my head is gone as well. Muramasa? Those with you here now shall be next, I think. You will do, Percival. Good job, Mashi. Good job.
That spell, so powerful. It came from the sky. No way, that's...
Did you truly believe defeating one of me would end this battle? Yeah, I kinda hoped. So yeah, she summoned servant versions of herself, huh? It seems then that I've been far too gentle in my rule over Fairy Britain. I should have taught you better. Any capable mage should be able to create copies of herself, each with her own abilities. Look to the sky. It's time you faced the reality of your situation. Are we surrounded by like 100 Morgans? I thought it was going into like a short like animation where it like panned up and you're like the comma universe. I was expecting something like that to to happen. Hang on. All right. Oh, hang on 1 second. Alright. Alright, Morgan, what is the reality of our situation? I don't think anyone else has noticed something's off. Blanca's report. Soldiers screaming. Storms of destruction erupting all across Camelot. Naknaria's troops, Muramasa dashing through the city on his own. And other brigades that had split up are all being attacked by the same enemy. It's Morgan. They're all fighting Morgan. Could they be Magecraft familiars she created? No, that's not it. Judging by the quality of that Magecraft, it has to be Morgan herself. Those are thought copies, clones of Morgan with the exact properties of the original. The real Morgan still hasn't budged from the throne. She never needed the Tamlin at all. I can't believe this. How could I have screwed up so badly? I should have known a queen who's ruled Britain for 2,000 years wouldn't go down this easily. We should never have waged a war against her. We should have taken her by surprise and assassinated her. Yeah, well, too late now. There was no point at all in putting together an army to match hers. Morgan alone's more powerful than every soldier in Britain combined. Oh, she could have massacred the entire rebel army on her own whenever she wanted, without even stepping off her throne. Bollocks. Blanca, where's Ritsuka's group? Where's Atoya? I shrink down to my smaller form and jump onto the Sphinx Moth's back. Frustrated, the flimsy wings can't carry me faster. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Not about anyone else, of course. I don't know anything about other people's fortunes. I only know about my own. And it's been telling me for a long time that my role is going to end here in this battle for Camelot. Hurry! Hurry! It's okay if they lost to Morgan. They can always try again. But if they win, everything will be over. I just know Artoria is going to drop her guard once they win. Ugh, why didn't I warn them? I should have told them that they would need to keep fighting until they reached the throne, even if they won a battle or two. And so, by the time I found them, it was too late to warn them. Yep, all we can do is jump in the way. I had to make a choice. Do I protect Ritsuka or Artoria? By process of elimination, I knew Ritsuka would be okay. She's a spectator, just like I am. Fate won't demand her life today. Grand order. No, the only one I need to rescue is that idiot girl. The girl who always leaps without looking. Has no self-esteem whatsoever, but is also fiercely competitive and frustratingly obstinate. The girl who keeps hold of her weird hang-ups like she's cradling a precious jewel in both hands. Atoya, you daft idiot! Well, I guess I would like it if nighttime was warmer. I haven't told anyone else, though. It's too embarrassing. I remember a winter from years past. A completely ordinary, uneventful winter. There was no time to run or even to say goodbye. I hate to go out like this, but oh well. I guess this is just one of those things you can't see coming. Like a falling chandelier. Now, even though it's a bit early to hibernate, I can feel winter's light enfolding my body. You know, maybe bro wasn't so bad. Maybe, just maybe he wasn't as... I still don't really like him, but he wasn't that bad. All of his lies were for the greater good, I guess. I suppose. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Are those Rongominiads floating above? It was a storm that appeared out of nowhere. A curtain call given with no warning. The Queen's shadows that appeared in Camelot's skies mercilessly ravaged the ground. Those who tried to retreat found new walls blocking their path. No, I think it's just her copies using magic, okay. Any who thought to hide in nearby buildings quickly learned that the Queen was willing to burn her own city to the ground to kill those who dared to rise against her. She was cruelly methodical. There could be no hope of fighting back. The rebels could only wait for death. Soon the advancing army's cries turned to screams of retreat. When they realized escape was impossible, their cries turned to despair. In the skies above was no queen. She was a witch. The Witch of Britain. She was an avatar of death. Her only purpose was to torment and destroy the fairies of the land.
Oberon, everyone, Muramasa too. Are they really?
I will not spare a single member of the rebel army, nor the foreign mage, nor her companions. That is the price of thinking you could hope to defeat me after but a single pilgrimage. All foolish enough to hail you as a savior shall pay it. You and your mission both end here. My fairy Britain has no need of paradise or the outside world. I'm going to assume it's the exact same as the previous fight, right? I need like an uber powerful single target anything, really. Is Richard? No, Richard is AoE, isn't he? Yeah, all enemies. Superpower single target. Don't pick single target. Oh, we're gonna have to deal with multiple Morgans this time instead of one. I could see them doing that. Alright. I guess give me that, I don't want to bring a Morgan to fight Morgan. Give me a Summer Ibuki. Come on. Okay, fine, I'll bring Morgan. I guess. Yeah, I guess. No, I guess the Ibuki is probably my best choice here, huh? Because Mordred's round table, so she'll take extra damage. Okay, yeah, we'll bring Ibuki. I was thinking Mordred purely because Mordred's NP2. But... Goey might not be an awful pick, actually. I don't know. You know, sure. We'll bring double Morgan. Man, I don't know. Alice, I guess. And... Bazit. Alright, this should be fine. This I can make work, probably. I'll just bring all Black Grails. And hopefully this doesn't, No, I want you ahead. Actually... Yeah, let's put the support Morgan in front. Just so we can hit him hard right out the gate. I think that's probably the better plan. I hope, because yeah, I don't have anything to save me this time if I mess up. So, yeah. Okay. You know, let's not worry about any of this. Let's just start off with, Actually, wait. I assume this is the same as usual, right? It will just be... Okay.
宝具を展開しましょう。そうかそうか。
Just save all the skills and we'll
神戸を垂れよ。
Ubercharge it next turn.
希望もない。何人私に通るにあたわず。切る。切る。こそばゆい。
As long as Morgan doesn't get like instantly
手に
killed,
入らないの。手に入ら
the
ない。
support Morgan I'm using, that is.
どこから潰したものか。
We should. More. Oh, I know. I know she's not.
どこから潰したもの。
今のうちに準備を。
あまり悩ませないように。楽しくなるでしょ。目に映るもの。すべてを灰に。いい判断です。慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。
Like I said, before I was originally looking for Summer Ibuki,
通るにあたわず。
but one wouldn't pop up, so I was like, okay, I'll bring Morgan, I guess.
召し上げましょう。
Damn, I should have retargeted. I wasn't sure if
本気です。
another run of the Noble Phantasm would break the break bar, but it did. I should have targeted this one. So that way I could have broken two of them.
どこから潰さて。 どこから潰して手に入らないの。
Well, this seems like cheating. I can only assume I'm not meant to win this second battle, right? There's no way. There's no way they expect you to win this. Right? I'm so fucking scared. What the fuck? I am so fucking scared.
すべて見つめよろしい。やだな。
Like, what do you mean 3 noble? There's no way all 3 are gonna use the actual Noble Phantasm, right? Surely it'll be just like an extra attack, right? Right? There's no way we're about to be absolutely fucking booty blasted by 3. Nah, there's no way. Nah. Nah. There's no feasible way that's true, right? No.
仕事の時間よ。偵察。むくなりどもに
I don't know why I did that. It's only gonna absorb one of the hits.
月を超えて夢をかけて。
目を
Okay.
背けな。よくいい判断です。死になさい。消えなさい。魔女ですので。オークニーの雲よ。
聞かないっす。
あまり悩ませないように。楽しくなるでしょう。
This is about to hurt, isn't it? This is about to hurt real bad. This is not gonna feel good.
恐怖は
This is
希望もない。何人やだ。通るにあたわず。慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もない。何人
well.
通るにあたわず。
大したものね。
ありえないにも程があります。慈悲だ。神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は
I guess. What they want from you here? Like for you to have like a full stack
今のうちに準備を。
around Caliburn? up, so you have like at least three stacks of anti-enforcement on everyone. Like, what was the expected plan there?
So, engage. 遠慮はいりません。見せてみなさい。
I guess let's get rid of this
引き届けまし
break
異論
bar,
は
I
ありま
guess.
せん。リングクラレ。リングガラキー。
Okay, I guess not. Never mind.
どこから潰した簡単に終わらないように逃がすものか。
Okay. This seems like some bullshit. What the hell?
嵐、イカ、神なる音。
Oh, I think this is a wash.
ならば向こう。言ったな。そうさな。
I don't.
うつしよととこよ。その境。もろくうつろなることを知るがいい。心境。私、草薙のこのような。
Nah. There is literally no way they expect you to. Maybe you just have to beat one of them? So, No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Oh, yeah, thanks. Okay. Great. What do I even what do I even Okay, well, I could have put Bazzet's Evade on, but at the end of the day, what that would have saved me. That would have saved her this turn, and then she would have been obliterated the rest of the turns. Alright, well.
鳥は明日を待たんでしょう。邪魔をするのですか？キャメラ。読み込みと練り込み。つかの間。懐かしいに入らないのだ。さて、どこから潰してに入らないのだ。
Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's no way. I was gonna say, there's no way they expect you to win. There ain't no. I assume we'll get something like 3-4 hours on this fight. Just kept quitting out before dying. Actually got to the last break bar several times. I'm sure you can probably. He didn't know I was getting infinite guts. Oh, okay. So yeah, you literally can't win, even if you get. Okay. It seems I needn't have been concerned about Merlin aiding you. How truly heartless he is. Merlin? Merlin, please? Merlin, Papa? They're all... That's right. They're all going to die, and it's your fault. You came here with weak resolve, no chance of victory, and no trust in anyone. This is the result. Pitiful Avalon the Fae, my comrade who has blindly followed the prophecy to a dead end. You will have no thanks. You will have no help. You will go unrewarded, uncelebrated, unrecognized. You will die all alone on a bloody hill, just as your counterpart did in proper human history. Technically, she died under a tree?
after being mortally wounded on said hill.
The Child of Prophecy's fate was sealed the moment you chose to save Britain. You see, you cannot save what is already dead. Rather than fighting me, you should have fought the duty that brought you to me. Oh. Oh? Why do I feel like we should look up? Did she just disappear? Hear me. Can you hear me?
This is Aurora, head of the Wing Clan. I'm sorry I can't aid you in battle, but I hope I can at least be of help now. I only hope every fairy in Britain will hear what I have to say.
It's Aurora. Her voice is carrying all throughout Camelot.
At this very moment, brave fairies are in Camelot, fighting to defeat Queen Morgan. The Queen possesses great power,
But our love and respect for her has been even greater. She has personally protected Britain for over 2,000 years. I am sure there is not a fairy in the land who does not owe her a debt. You bitch! However, even bearing in mind... Okay, I was about to say, even bearing in mind all she's done for us, she has done other terrible things that I cannot ignore. I was about to say, is she betraying us?
Those of you fighting in Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgan's true identity.
And what she's been doing in the shadows of our history. I mean, we already know. I mean, I guess we don't know. Wait, I forget. Wait, do the characters know that she has Servant Morgan's memories? No, that was just a scene that we, the player, saw, right? The Chaldeans don't know. I think. I think, right? Haha. Look at them go. Those pathetic rebel army soldiers are running for their lives. That's what those lower class fairies get for entering Camelot without permission. Look, now they're calling for help after finding out their escape route cut off. Why are you happy about this? My mansion's gone. At least the rebels weren't destroying the entire city. Your Majesty, please stop this. Can't you, cast a spell that'll only kill them without damaging our property? Don't be ridiculous. This is the best show I've seen in ages. It's like a festival out there. This is how war should be. Secretary Murdick. Humph. That Muramasa servant's more durable than I realized. 2 more clones should do for him. 3 should suffice for the Child of Murdick? Your Majesty. What the? Why did Murdick just collapse? He's one of the High Queen's personal bodyguards. He should be way stronger than a regular knight. Well... Stronger than a regular knight he may be. Woodwose is still, even on his deathbed, quite the beast. Bow down. Kneel before her. You are in the presence of Her Majesty, Guardian of Britain, Lord of the Fang Clan. Revel in her glory.
What is that? Where did it come from? Guards! What are the guards doing? Woodwoes, so you are alive. Did you come by the secret underground path? I must have told you of it in the war against the Moors. That was 1,000 years ago. I'm impressed you still remember.
Of course, I did. You told it to me in confidence, just in case. I have never forgotten, even for a moment. Your Majesty, please tell me, Your Majesty, where is the Child of Prophecy? Where is Barrel Gut? No. Never mind trivialities like that. Why did you not send me reinforcements? Why did you abandon the Fang clan to our deaths? Please, tell me, Your Majesty. Hi, Queen Morgan.
Reinforcements? Ah, you mean the attack on Londinium. What a strange thing to ask. I did send you reinforcements. Not that it seems to have done you any good. So you still insist on trusting Her Majesty? Very well. But please remember this. If Her Majesty tells you she did not send reinforcements, then all is well. Because that will mean she trusted you enough to believe you would have no need of them. Aurora really played his ass. Oh my god, but if she tells you she did send them, she is lying. That will be a lie meant to fool you, to conceal her decision to discard the Fang clan. You were there. You know for certain she didn't send reinforcements. There is no escaping that truth. If Her Majesty claims otherwise, then you will know she thinks you and your clan are worthless. Insane levels of gaslighting. Yeah, she got him. Hook, line, and sinker.
Morgan.
Yeah, weren't expecting him to attack you, huh?
He's mad. Woodwose has gone mad.
Fucking mad in the head. He's knocked Her Majesty to the floor. Somebody stop him before he beats her to death.
Have you gotten mad as well? There's no way we can stop Woodwose. I know I'm not gonna try.
You know, one thing you can say about him, he was loyal to a fault, and when that trust was broken, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't really broken because Morgan's telling the truth, but damn. He honestly, you know, again, he was kind of a dick, but he deserved better. Like, he really only ended up this way because of betrayal. But really, it's funny though that of all the betrayals of his trust, like Aurora obviously lying and gaslighting him, Beryl and Bavanshi, you know, harvesting his organs for Beryl to eat.
Morgan's the only one who actually hasn't betrayed him. Yeah, this is kind of messed up.
I'll kill you. My clan's been loyal to you for 2,000 years. I've been loyal to you for 1,000, and you made a mockery of it all. You never loved us. You never cared about us. Die. Die. Die, die, die. I don't need a ruler who doesn't love me. Die, you damned witch. I should never have trusted you. I should be Britain's king. I'm an A-Ray. I should stand over all others. Fairy Britain? A kingdom just for us fairies? What a load of shit. If it wasn't for you.
You fool. After all the trouble I took to teach you manners. Your eyes are so bloodshot. You should see how absolutely horrible you look. But your fur is as soft as ever.
Oh?
Ah, young woodwoes. My brave woodwoes. Your fur was always the warmest, most precious thing in all of Britain.
Oh?
What have I done? How could I have been so foolish? I can't believe I had to hear you say that. To finally understand. Forgive me. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I should have known how much you loved me.
I mean, at least he injured her for us a bit. Yeah, again, I probably shouldn't, but I really do feel bad for Woodwoes. Like he's very much a tragic romantic, I guess. Tragic romantic character.
Your Majesty, thank goodness you're alright. But perhaps you should rest now. You're in no condition to... What are you saying? There's still rebel troops out there. They need dealing with. Come, Your Majesty, thrones this way. Please show them how strong you truly are. Show us where you're Britain's rightful ruler.
You need not tell me. Now where is... Ah yes, the throne is that way.
Is she blind? Or is that just a random... Like, why would she need to say that out loud? Wounded enough to be disoriented, at least?
No, Your Majesty. You won't be returning to the throne. You have no right to it. So you were the one who set Woodwoes on me.
Is Spriggan about to put Bavanshi in the chair, in the throne? That sounds like a horrible idea.
If you're so eager to die, Spriggan, I will be happy to accommodate you here and now. No, that won't be necessary. I do often wonder how many years I have left. That's not relevant right now. No, this time I have good reason to believe I can win. In fact, I think this may well be my only chance at victory. Fairy Britain was a wonderful kingdom. I doubt anyone else can claim to have ruled over a nation on their own for 2,000 years. It was, however, a little dull. Art can never hope to flourish in a nation that's forbidden from interacting with other cultures. A nation that experiences neither prosperity nor decline can hardly be called a nation at all. Britain is not your own private garden, Queen Morgan. It is time you put your such childish dreams behind you. I think even off the throne, she can still wipe you guys out. I have failed to realize the extent to which you underestimated me. Impressive. Even were there nothing more than my head left of me, mere foot soldiers could never hope to kill me. That actually made her hesitate. Bavan, she. Dismembered girl. Maybe she did care.
Thank you, Miss Witch. Thank you for doing all this for me. Everyone says you're a witch, but I'm so grateful to you. Thank you for doing this for us. Thank you for doing this for me, even though I don't deserve it. I do hope you can rest in peace now. You deserve it.
In the beginning, before I had a single companion, I was known as a witch rather than a savior. One day I awoke in Orkney with all the knowledge my other self had sent me. The Morgan of proper human history. The fairy queen who entrusted everything to me, even knowing it would cost her her life. That was when I learned of Morgan's fate. She never found a place where she belonged in proper human history. She was born to be Britain's heir, yet she lost that to King Arthur. For Morgan, the Isle of Britain was everything. Without it, she herself was worthless. So when she lost Britain, she lost her worth. She must have been heartbroken seeing what became of this Britain when she was summoned here. But at the same time, I think she had another thought as well. This time I can succeed. Since she never had anywhere to belong, it was understandable that she would give so much to protect this place when she thought it offered her that chance. I had a duty to paradise, but I knew that duty would result in Britain's destruction. This other me, though, she loved Britain dearly, even this Lost Belt version of it. I thought about it and realized I wanted the same thing she did. From then on, I chose to live as her. Witch, witch, witch! You are the only one to survive the calamity. But to do that, I would have to do something about the fairies. Countless times I stopped the calamities. Countless times I mediated clan disputes to end wars. Countless times I was cursed and scorned as a witch. Countless times I had my spirit broken. I didn't mind. It was never the fairies I loved. I only ever loved Britain itself, and the home I would make there. It would be my very own Britain, something that was forever beyond my reach in proper human history. I did everything I could to make it a reality. Eventually, though, I realized the best way to do that was to keep the fairies safe. Used up, discarded girl.
Thank you for giving me this water. But I want you to have it, Miss Witch. You worked so hard.
After many long years, I even came to like that method. I gained companions I could trust, learned how to handle myself better. I grew comfortable with pretending to be a savior,
Good at it, even. I also changed my name to Ash, thinking it would make the fairy who gave me that name happy now that I was a savior. Later, I lost Londinium, and my companions distanced themselves from me. But it was okay. I would get it right this time. I would make my ideal Britain. Yeah, that was my sole purpose for living. It's what the other me gave her life for. My very own Britain, my very own land of the Fae. I was originally planning to make it into an even more brutal country, but I relented so as not to make her too sad. I let my subjects laugh. I let them have fun. I let them forge connections and make advancements. I hope this state of affairs continues forever and ever. I'm a traitor to humanity. I had to turn my back on my duty to paradise to accomplish it, but I made my dream come true. I know this place is cut off from the outside thanks to the wall at the ends of the world, but it's still in the same place geographically. I expect that one day, guests from proper human history will come pay it a visit. When they do, I would like to ask them what they think of it. Is it beautiful? Is it like a dream made real? I hope they think it is. Nothing could possibly make me happier. Welcome to Fairy Britain, fair guests. I hope you remember its beauty for the rest of your lives. That's definitely not what you said to us when we first met you. I guess you lost that wish, huh? Huh? I told you how you underestimated me. That even as no more than a head, I could. What should we do now? Spriggan's trying to overthrow the Queen, right? Does that mean Spriggan's new king? But Queen Morgan's still alive. Yeah, but she can only use her left hand now. How can she defeat the rebel army like that? Hang on. Then what will happen to us? The rebels will kill us all. Should we help Her Majesty? Spriggan won't stand a chance against the rebels. Maybe Queen Morgan can still do something if she gets back to the throne. No way. Just look at what a mess she is now. I don't want to touch her. Besides, showing either side's support could go badly for us. Yeah, good point. We should just see how things play out and go with the winner. Cowards. Each and every one of you cowards. However, even bearing in mind all she has done for us, she has done other terrible things I cannot ignore. Those of you fighting in Camelot, please listen to what I have to say. Let me tell you of Queen Morgan's true identity and what she's been doing in the shadows of our history. That's a wind toiling from Aurora. What's she going to tell us? Everything that's happened here in Fairy Britain has been one woman's selfish scheme. Ash the Savior is remembered for having saved Faekind in the Fae era. But she was never a fairy of this Britain. She is an enemy who came from another world. Her goal, her only goal, was to rule Britain for herself. To that end, she summoned countless calamities and broke the bonds that bind our clans. The worst of her crimes was the destruction of Londinium. Uther was supposed to be Britain's rightful king, and she killed him. What? That's the... Okay, Aurora ever the gaslighter. Holy fuck. And she killed him, shattering the unity of the clans. All because she couldn't stand anyone else being king. Then, thanks to all the blood spilled and hatred fomented through that conflict, the Great Calamity became the worst one in history. There are only a few fairies left who are still alive back then to remember this. But 2,000 years ago, our Britain was completely destroyed. Huh? What's Aurora talking about? Us destroyed? That can't be right. If that were true, why were there still fairies around today?
No, perhaps it would have been better if the Great Calamity had wiped us out. At least then the fairies to survive could have gone on to create a peaceful Britain. That never happened. After Ash, Morgan the Witch survived Londinium's destruction. She hatched a truly terrible scheme. She decided to use our precious world tree for her own selfish desires. She stole all the magical energy stored inside the tree, leaving it a dry, dead husk in the process, and used that energy to resurrect us. I believe... Oh. The method she used is known as the Chaldean summoning system. The command spells we all bear were not inscribed on us in Camelot. We are born with them. They are a sign that we are Morgan's slaves, that our only purpose is to offer up our time and magical energy to her. That is how the witch created her new Britain, and had the audacity to call it the Era of the High Queen. The reason Britain's land has never expanded further, why we cannot make effective use of humans, and why the great calamities destroy our land, is all because she made it that way. Please know this, for over 2,000 years, the fairies of Britain have been used and abused solely to satisfy the witch's greed. Morgan is that witch. She is a false king who came from paradise to rule over us. While she is to be commended for protecting Britain from the Moors, she is unworthy of our love or respect. So please, fairies of Camelot, ask yourselves this. Who is Britain's true enemy? To whom should we entrust our land? Damn. Now, I have to wonder how much of that is fact and how much is fiction. Like, does she know for does she know for sure that, because we know from talks between Beryl and Morgan and whatnot that Morgan does have the ability to, well, no, she knows how to ray shift, not summon. Right? So, no. Wasn't there a talk between her and Beryl where they mentioned the summoning system? Or am I making that up? No, Morgan. Okay. I thought so, but I was like gaslighting myself for a second. So, it is possible that the fairies are summoned after the fact. We know the Uther thing is a lie. We know that she was actually broken up about Uther being killed by insurgents who weren't okay with everything. Hey, let me look through this again. Yeah, this is a lie. The Great Calamity thing, I'm pretty sure is also a lie. I don't see how the blood spilled from all this would be, yeah. The Britain being completely destroyed is true, I'm pretty sure, right? That part is true. And I think most the rest of it was lies. We're not entirely sure about the summoning, all the fairies being summoned, but I think, yeah, the most of the rest of it's lies. Yeah, Aurora is kind of scary. How could she do that to us? She's terrible, horrible. You're right, she is. How dare she call herself a queen? Really, when you think about it.
What do we need her for anyway?
Uh-oh, they're even more worked up than I expected.
Go back to where you came from, witch. You don't belong here.
Gah.
Damn, even throwing things at her isn't stopping her. For one then, we'll just have to use the soldiers' swords. Yeah, good idea. You can't fool us any longer, witch.
You. What are you?
Shut up. It's all your fault. Our world's so terrible.
You're wrong. I must get back to the throne without me. How dare you destroy our world over and over, especially when you can't do anything on your own. Stop. Stop. Somebody, please.
Witch, you could have made a much better world, but no. You just had to be lazy about it.
I will say they're right. She could have made a better world. She probably could have. That part's probably true.
Stop. Please. I must get to the throne.
Useless witch, worthless fairy, false queen. We don't need a pathetic ruler like you.
Put me back on the throne. I don't want to lose Britain again.
Ooh. Ooh. The squelching. Ooh. Phew, she finally stopped. Too stupid to quit even as she was dying, huh? Serves her right, though. She brought this on herself by tormenting us all those years. That's a bit fucked up. By the way, who's that filthy fairy on the floor over there? Oh god. I think Bavanchi's in for a taste of what her mother just dealt with. I think, oh boy. I mean, not that it isn't really deserved, because, you know, she did kill and torture fairies for a long-ass time, even when they didn't do anything. But, you know, just put her out of her misery. That bell. Does that mean...
Attention everyone. We just received a message from Naknaria's army.
I've arrived at the throne, and rung the bell of victory as proof. As for Queen Morgan, Aurora's knights executed her in the throne room. The former queen's officials have been captured. The throne room shall be placed under the supervision of Naknaria's army. And Spriggan, who was instrumental in bringing Morgan to justice, shall be temporarily appointed head of the 6 clans.
Executed?
So Morgan's dead? Yeah, that was kind of anticlimactic. Which makes me think that's definitely, I mean, there's what? Isn't there 30, like, actual sections? So we still have, like, a good bit left, don't we? So... it's definitely not just the end of it.
Executed? So Morgan's dead?
That's right. They said her body was horribly mutilated, and that we won't have to worry about a successor appearing. The Queen's Knights have been surrendering all across the land. And once we've recovered from our wounds, you're all to assemble in the throne room as well. It's a shame you weren't able to take the throne for yourself, Lady Otoria. But at least the battle's over now and we're victorious. Things are gonna be busy in a very different way now.
We'll have to prepare the coronation ceremony for Queen Morgan's success. No, the leader of our New Britain.
Hey, Morgan. Why? Why? Why do you always do this, Bavanshi?
She cradled me in her arms and wept for me as though she were the one suffering. But I'm already dead. I'm always dead.
I'm always too late. I only ever find you after it's over. No matter how many times you're reborn, this is always what happens to you. Every time you're used, deceived, manipulated, discarded after you've broken. You should get angry at the fairies who deceive you. You should run away after they mistreat you. Or if they mistreat you. So why? Why do you always forgive them? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Witch. I'm sorry I died again. I don't remember anything from my predecessors' lives. But thank you for always crying for me. But it's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm a hopeless failure of a fairy. This is the only way I can be of any help. So if using me up makes life better for everyone else in the village, that must be a good thing. No. That's not true. In all my many years in Britain, you were the only one to ever thank me. So I will save you. I will. I promise. I swear I'll find your next generation successor before those accursed fairies do. And this time I will make you happy.
Okay, so yeah, Morgan did care. But I was still hopeless. No matter how many times Mother found me, I always ended up like this. Bavanshi exists for the whole village. Bavanshi always has a smile on her face. As a kind fairy, I always wound up a slave to others. So after I died in Darlington, and my soul was so worn down I would never be reborn again, Mother brought me back to life and told me this. You must be evil. You must be cruel. It is the only way you'll survive. If it would let you live a happy life, even just once, I would give up my dream. My Britain.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mother. Even that didn't work. I do hate fairies. They were always so mean to me. I never had any friends because I was always so filthy. But then I met one fairy I could have a normal conversation with. How strange. I hate all of Britain's fairies, but it was so easy to talk to her. Artoria. What was her name again? And what was that city called? What happened afterwards?
She's guilty too. She's Morgan's daughter, so she's guilty too.
Crazy how bad of a parent Morgan is. No malice, just genuinely terrible at it. Yeah.
Let's tear her apart. Tear her apart. She made our lives hell. Oh, gross. Her limbs have rotted. What should we do with her? Well, we'll just have to cut her up and throw the pieces away. Let's throw her out the window behind the throne. She's done the same to so many other fairies. Bye-bye, Morgan's little princess. With both of you gone, we'll get to keep living in the castle forever.
Sure, buddy. Haha. I couldn't stop them. I couldn't stop them. I saw them pulverizing Mother, but I was too scared to stop them. I give up. tired. I don't want to be here anymore. I know. I'll run away. I'll disappear.
And look, there's a big dark hole right there. Maybe don't. Maybe don't do that.
Kernunos. Kernunos.
Oh. Babanshi knows about Kernunos being at the bottom. That's interesting.
Kernunos, the scary god. The one thing Mother feared. Bright red eyes at the bottom of the pit.
Uh-huh. The lid of the apocalypse she could never close, even after trying for 2,000 years. Why do I have a feeling it's about to wake up when she goes down there? A gold chest just for... No, there's something else, right? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, a gold chest just for that. Oh. Act 3. That's the collapse? Oh boy. Okay, well...
Senpai, 残暑お見舞い申し上げます。暦の上ではもう優れたマスターには幸運がついて回ると言います。優れたマスターには
This feels like some self-fulfilling, like, prophecy shit, right? Because, like, none of this... I mean, maybe it still would have happened, but, like, it feels like, at least, that none of this would have happened if Chaldea never came to the British Lost Belt. And so the collapse... Well, no, because Morgan was already planning some shit. So, I guess it would have happened either way, huh? But as I said, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy, like, the collapse wouldn't have ever happened if we hadn't come here, but no, it would have, because Morgan was planning... to use, like, the calamities to take the planet.
Damn it.
CLUY. Alright, let's see what this interlude has got for us. Gonna see what the people of the Storm Border have been up to all this time as we've been fighting for our life. Today is the 45th day of our covert operation off Britain's coast. I have called you all here for one reason and one reason alone. The time has come for us to decide whether to leave this lost belt, or lost world, according to our technical advisor's reports, and return to standard space. Or to muster everything we've got and send additional forces. Myself and Mounier to aid the field team's efforts. What good would you do?
But fortunately, we just received a new report from Typhoon with excellent news. Captain, if you would.
Got it. Restoring power to the command room. Whoa, the lights are back on? Then does that mean?
That's right, my boy. Mission complete. Morgan is officially out of the picture.
Yeah. Maybe. But we have other problems. So I wouldn't get too ahead of yourself.
Great Sky Da Vinci and Kirillite really came through. What's more, the fairies were so impressed with our accomplishments that they agreed to give us one of Camelot's Rongominiads.
Woohoo! I can't believe we're gonna get the real thing instead of just a spell! Now the border's finally gonna have a main cannon! We can't wait to be the gunners!
Alright, but only 4 of you. You can draw lots later to decide who it'll be.
A Rongominiad main cannon, eh? And as the director, it'll be my duty to pull the final trigger.
Okay, Gordolf. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That said, I can't stop grinning either.
I've always dreamed of having a huge cannon on the deck.
Yes, good point. At first, I thought I'd like to build it into the bow, or the bow. But on further consideration, that seems extremely unsafe.
Yeah, maybe. Much better to add it to the deck, since we can jettison it at a moment's notice.
But never mind that now. According to the report, it will take them 7 days to reach the shore from Camelot. We'll wait here until then. After they arrive, we can leave. That is why I had Captain turn the lights on in the command room. Now that we no longer have to conserve as much power as possible in case of emergency, we can get by with only moderate energy conservation. I know it's been a trying 45 days for all of you, so now's your chance to recuperate while we prepare to install Rongominiad.
I feel like we're jumping the gun a hell of a lot here.
Is something the matter, Administrative Advisor? Most people would consider this cause for celebration, you know. Well, we're at it. I feel I should let you know something you don't seem to be aware of. That face you're making right now? You may as well be shouting, "It feels like this case has only just begun."
Yeah. Yeah, probably because it has.
Thank you for the warning, Gordolf. Watson used to tell me this much the same thing. However, I'm afraid you're not quite correct. This is no mere feeling. I assure you, this case has only just begun.
Really? Even though we defeated the Lost Belt's king?
We still have yet to answer so much as one truly essential question, Director. How did this Lost Belt come into being? Why was Camelot built? What purpose were the Bells of Pilgrimage originally meant to serve? What is the Fairy of Paradise's mission? And what happened to the Great Calamities? The Red Calamity and Black Calamity that ended Britain during the first iteration of the Fey era, before Morgan's involvement. For that matter, who was it that originally attempted Britain's destruction? If the unnatural lines of malice I've glimpsed in Da Vinci's reports are any indication, the true culprit, no, the truth itself, still lies elsewhere. Rest assured, I'm all in favor of restoring the power and recuperating, but not for the purpose of returning home. No, now we must remain all the more vigilant and prepare for the worst-case scenario. From here on, this will be a battle to save the world, and Chaldea's aid will be essential. Yeah, it was never gonna be that easy. Like, we weren't even the ones to kill Morgan. Like, of course it wasn't gonna be that easy. They're all so happy. Yet, It's not deserved. Not really. Feels like we got back to Salisbury in no time.
I know. But between the talks we had in Camelot, about our next steps, and the wagon ride here, it's already been 3 days. So far, everything's been going smoothly. Wherever we've gone, fairies have come out to cheer for us. Bargus is staying behind in Camelot to handle things with the upper-class fairies, as Knocknaria's proxy. Percival's staying behind as well, so he can secure the sacred lance affixed to the castle's entrance for us. That'll take 1 more day to remove, then another 3 days to bring it back to the storm border stationed off the coast. Although, I'm a little worried about him. He said he's doing fine, but... yeah, he seemed to be kind of dragging. Even when we insisted he get some rest, he said it was more important that he pay us back for what we'd done. I guess he never got the chance to bury Gareth's lance in Melusine's chest. Probably feeling pretty bad about that. I mean, it's true we don't have a lot of time left to spare, so I can't deny that'll help us out, but still. Oh, I know. After he brings us the sacred lance, we should give him a turn in one of the border's recovery pods. If a full course of cutting-edge medical technology doesn't perk him up, nothing will. Besides, he could probably use it anyway, since it sounds like he's been working non-stop since he started the Round Table Army. True. It's not a bad idea. Think you could give Hobbitrot a spin in one of those recovery pod things too? She insists she's just sleepy, but I can tell she's been getting more depressed by the day since Morgan was defeated. All she does is sleep and write in her diary, day in and day out. Hell, even now she won't budge from her bed upstairs. I can only guess she's beyond exhausted. Artoria, I gotta ask, are you sure about this? And I get following Morgan's example by having the coronation at Salisbury's Cathedral. And then again, you said you were gonna let Knocknaria take the throne and go back to Tintagel. And now it's all but a done deal that she's gonna be the next queen. How could you just give up your claim to the throne after everything I did to help you get there? Sure, it's great that the clans came to an agreement so quick since the Child of Prophecy suggested it. But still... She has no interest in Britain, really? I know, but this is what's best for Britain's future. The only reason I'm still here is because Oberon gave his life to save mine. If it wasn't for him, my journey would have ended there. In the end, I never came close to reaching Morgan's level. Maybe I'd feel differently if I'd been the one to defeat her. But it was the rebel army that did that. Percival led the Round Table Army, and it was Knocknaria who assembled the army of Northern Fairies. Me, I just went straight for the glory, and you saw how that went. But honestly, I don't know the first thing about politics. So letting Knocknaria be the next queen and retiring to an easy life in my hometown seems like a no-brainer. I can almost hear everyone's cheers of "Great job, Child of Prophecy" right now. I'm surprised you want to go back, given how they treated you. Well, gosh, you're in a good mood, aren't you, Child of Prophecy? And why wouldn't you be? You really did it. All thanks to Da Vinci. Here you go. 6 deluxe apple waters. Thanks, Mike. You know, I just realized there aren't any customers here. There a reason for that? Oh, what? I'll reserve the whole place for you guys after Red Rabbit told me you were coming. If the other fairies found out the Child of Prophecy was coming here, the place would be packed to the rafters. Especially since there are fairies here from all across Britain to see the next Queen's coronation. And I've got a feeling you don't much care for crowds, right, Artoria? So I thought you'd feel more comfortable if it was just you guys here. Hee. Well, you're not wrong. Thanks, Mike. Okay, everyone, let's toast to our victory. Oh, the other now. Cheers! Kampai! Gulp, gulp. Ah, that
That victory toast might be the best thing ever. Congrats on a job well done, everyone. Yep, job's done. Let's pack it up. Definitely no giant god thing gonna rise up from the depths of the earth and murder everything. Nope, definitely not.
Thanks, Otoria.
However it went down, now that Morgan's gone, we don't have to worry about proper human history being invaded. Uh-huh. Sure. And this Britain should remain safe and stable, at least until the bleached earth phenomenon situation is resolved.
I don't know what'll happen after that.
Maybe it'll stack on top of proper human history, or maybe it'll be expelled from the planet. But if nothing else, we can be sure the fairies won't disappear. We're also thinking about using the storm border to help some of them migrate. This does mean we'll be going our separate ways, but I know things will be fine with you and Nocnaria here. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great.
And once Chaldea's handled its own problem, our leaders will come back to pay their respects.
Huh? You mean you're leaving Da Vinci?
Yeah, after the coronation. Besides, I've got a ton of work waiting for me back at the border. But I have nothing planned for today. If there's anything you want to ask me about, now's your chance. Oh, I know. I'll make a roadmap for the next few years of your pub's growth.
All you'll have to do is follow it, and this place will become the best hotel this side of Camelot.
You got the genius guarantee on that.
Wow, really? Oh, sounds amazing. Well, I guess I'm gonna have lots of new goals then. Hey, I can't wait. Oh, can't wait.
So, Mash, what did you and Barghest talk about earlier? Secret meetings?
Oh, right. We had a short chat just before we left Camelot.
Uh-huh. What'd you talk about?
I've been entrusted with handling the aftermath here in Camelot. Percival and Nocnaria's subordinates will be the ones making the decisions. But I should be more persuasive with the ambassadors and officials who have yet to get on board with the new administration. As for Spriggan and Aurora, they've both agreed to support the Child of Prophecy's choice for the new queen.
I'm concerned that we still haven't heard from Miriam, but I doubt that'll be a major issue. Yeah, she's too busy, repeatedly squishing Fang Clan fairies over and 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 over. Don't worry about her. She's fine.
Understood. This may sound strange coming from me, but I'm glad you're here helping us. There's no need to thank me.
This is all I can do to be useful.
Though I must ask, why do you look at me like that?
I'm a criminal and a traitor to the crown. I don't deserve to call myself a knight.
That's not true, Barghest. You're an exemplary knight. Your loyalty to Morgan never wavered even for a moment. But you stood up to fight her in the name of protecting Britain. That must have been a very difficult choice. You're not the first knight I've known who made a choice like that. Which is why I'm so glad to see the rebel army welcome you with open arms. You wield your sword for others' sake, not your own. You truly believe it's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. So please, Lady Barghest, please don't be so hard on yourself. You were just as noble a knight as Bogart said you were.
I see. So you were there with Bogart when he died. Tell me, what did you think of him? Was he a good lord?
He was a wonderful lord. He did everything he could to help Sheffield and Norwick, up to his dying breath. I may be a member of Chaldea, but here in the land of the Fae,
I'd like to think of myself as a knight of Sheffield as well.
That's how much the people I met there meant to me.
I see. I'd expect no less from the old hardhead. He's always been surprisingly considerate. Yeah. He was also a huge womanizer. That's one thing Woodwow's never had over him.
Really? I had no idea Bogart was so popular!
Oh yes. His plain-spoken... His plain-spoken nature had a way of cutting straight to fairies' hearts, even if he didn't mean to. How else would he have been married 61 times? Weren't a lot of those humans, though?
Good point.
In retrospect, that does explain a number of things. The same is true for you, Galahad. Alright, you said your name was Mash, didn't you? I'll be undergoing a court-martial once Camelot's affairs are in order. But after hearing your words, even a century in prison will pass easily.
Thank you, young knight of proper human history.
Honorable knight of the true Round Table.
Were it possible, I would have loved to meet other knights of the Round Table.
Oh, don't you worry about that. You're, in my Chaldea, you've got a few to speak with. Don't you worry.
Oh, really? Like who?
Like the real Gawain.
Good question. Maybe Sir Gawain?
No, never mind. I know my emotions will get the better of me. But I'd also love to meet Sir Palamedes, Sir Tristan. You met Sir Tristan! You killed him!
And Sir Kay,
who is said to be the tallest of the knights. Uh-huh.
Well, as a matter of fact, you've already met one of them. Senpai told me all about it. Remember that knight who held you back at the ranch? That was Sir Tristan.
I'm sorry, what? Did we not call him Tristan in front of her like multiple times? Did she just assume it was some other servant named Tristan? Like, what?
What? Really?
Tristan, the child of sadness?
That Tristan?
That's right, though I suppose he may not have made a strong impression.
Oh no, he did. I would never forget the sheer mastery of the bow he demonstrated. It's just that...
what have I done? How could I ever hope to make amends?
You beat him in a fair and honorable duel, right? Fair and honorable duel. I'm sure there won't be any hard feelings on Tristan's part.
Although I am curious, why are you so attached to the Knights of the Round Table?
It seems like there's more to it than just the name Morgan gifted you with.
Alright, you're a fellow woman and knight, so I suppose I don't mind sharing with you. Well, it goes without saying that they're all very attractive. I especially look up to them because of their stories. Despite all the personal problems they faced, in the end, they always chose to stick together and protect their kingdom. They were the very model for a strong and honorable knight fighting in defense of the weak. I don't know what I would have done without their example to guide me. They made me want the same thing for Fairy Britain. Okay, but how do you know their stories? I know... Like, I know there was that one flashback scene where it was implied that her human lover, even though she denied it, but, you know, questionable, like, offered to tell her more stories, but that makes me wonder who this Adonis is. Like, why does he know the stories? Like, is he from proper human history? He must be, right?
They made me want the same thing for Fairy Britain.
I suppose we'll see that eventually. I hope. Because she did offer to, you know, after all this was done, to have us meet him.
Even though ultimately it was you and your companions who accomplished what I could not. I would like you to give the foreign mage a message for me. Please tell her thank you for supporting our world. No, for supporting the Child of Prophecy.
As nights go, I may be a disgrace, but I'll never forget the debt I owe her. If ever she should have need of my horn, all she need do is say the word. Okay. We'll have to make sure not to let her down then.
Yes. It's unfortunate that we first met her as an enemy.
Yeah.
I hope from now on we can help each other instead.
Don't worry. Barghest may be readying herself for jail, but there's no way Knocknari is gonna let her see the inside of a cell. There ain't anyone else around who knows the fairies of Camelot as well as she does. If
If Nocnaria is gonna rule effectively, she's gonna need a right hand she can trust.
You're heading out, Greamer?
Just a little errand I need to take care of. I'm gonna see how Nocnaria is doing. The Northern Fairies have never been to Salisbury or the Great Cathedral before, right? So I figure they could use all the help they can get, seeing how the coronation's tomorrow.
Oh, right. I forgot you have all of the first Greamer's knowledge.
Well, thanks for helping that jerk out. This will be her greatest opportunity to shine yet. Too bad it's not gonna amount to much when Keranos destroys everything.
Yeah.
Yes, you done squished them all, huh, Murian? Those empty eyes. Once they're all gone and stopped resurrecting. But what does she have left? She spent the last 1,000 years planning how to get her revenge. Now that they're all dead, she ain't got nothing left.
There's no more here. Or here. That's strange. I couldn't have already got them all, right? Hello? Is anyone still there? Is anyone still alive?
I'll let you out if you are, okay?
Just say something, please.
Damn, you stayed and watched it to the end, huh? Even though you were so disapproving of how she was acting when it started.
Lady Murian, I don't think there's anyone left in that box. Perhaps it's time you moved on. Who's there?
Oh, Koyanskia, it's you.
When did you get here? Did you just get back? Just give me a minute to wash my hands, okay?
They feel so gross for some reason. Maybe because you have blood and guts all over them from squishing all the Fang Clan fairies? Actually, do they even have blood and... I mean, they do. But...
They feel so gross for some reason. Weird, don't you think?
Yeah, sure. Weird.
Take that, and that, and that. You can't hide from me. Not in the woods. Not anywhere. Die, die, die. I want to see you running in panic, wailing for someone to save you before I grind you to paste. Are you freaking kidding me? How is this supposed to be fun? It's gross, it's disgusting. How the hell can you fairies enjoy this? Answer me, you disgusting insects. You started this, right? Why did you do this? Why are you begging me for help now? If you know how awful it feels, then why didn't you spare the Wing Clan when we begged you to?
I mean...
Yeah. Who's there?
Oh.
Pardon my intrusion, Lady Murian. Did I startle you? Oh, Koyanskia. When did you get here? I haven't seen you around lately. Have you been in town long? Oh, but never mind that. Listen, I've come up with the very best idea for revenge. I'm going to use my game board to make an inescapable bug trap. it'll take me hundreds of years to create an open world big enough to finish off the whole Fang Clan. That's okay. I can wait. I'm the Butterbur Princess, the most patient of all the Wing Clan fairies. I swear I'll complete it, no matter how difficult it may be. After all, just imagine how good it'll feel to take my revenge when it finally happens. It's gonna be the greatest moment of my life, and I'm going to devote everything I have to making it happen. It's gonna be great. What could go wrong? Dementia? Oh, Lady Murian. Her poor mind. It just can't accept the dull reality. So, how are things in Camelot? Is Queen Morgan really gone? Yes, she is. Morgan was put to death and the rebel army now controls the city. There's to be a coronation to mark the reign of the new queen tomorrow. Once that happens, it's only a matter of time until the new law of the land reaches Gloucester as well. And if the truth about what happened to the Fang Clan ever comes to light, I'm afraid it could put you in a precarious position, Lady Murian. Huh? Something happened to the Fang Clan? Oh, Murian. Oh well, never mind that. Right now, we need to focus on Camelot. I never thought Artoria would relinquish her claim to the throne so easily. I was hoping she and Naknaria would end up taking each other down, but oh well. Still, it's a good thing there's going to be a new queen soon. There's no time to waste before the Great Calamity shows up after all. Naknaria is a direct descendant of Mab, so she should understand how important that throne is. So I'll contact her soon and arrange an alliance between Camelot and Gloucester. Once the threat of the Great Calamity is passed, then I'll find a way to overthrow her. Right now, our priority is ensuring Britain's survival. I can wait to invite our mutual enemy, proper human history, Chaldia, to my garden until then. Yeah, you little... Oh my! You're going to go to war with Chaldia, Lady Murian? Dear, I thought you didn't have any interest in them. I didn't at first. But it's obvious now that proper human history is a threat to this land. And now your enemies as well, right? So that makes them mine too. But first, Naknaria. I'm gonna start by writing her a letter asking her to kick the Round Table army out of Camelot as soon as she's officially the new queen. I hope Naknaria knows better than to listen to you. There's no way I'm letting Chaldia have a sacred lance. They all belong to Fairy Britain. Anyway, once I'm done writing it, would you deliver the letter for me? I used to have Oberon handle this sort of thing, but I haven't been able to reach him lately. Very well then. I'll be glad to attend the coronation on your behalf. Glad to attend. But if I may, Lady Murian, what are you going to do afterwards? You really need to get out of this room before it starts to affect your health. I have a lot of reading left to do. There's so much Morgan suppressed during her reign. How did she stop the Great Calamity before? And for that matter, what is the Great Calamity? I just know the answer to those and other questions must be in the documents I took from Camelot. And if that information is written down somewhere, I'm positive I can decipher it. I'm gonna find out the truth as sure as I'm the Butterbur Princess. Yeah, you have fun with that. Well, I'm sure that won't be any problem of ours, right? There's not enough sections left to deal... Another interlude. Interesting. To deal with, both Keranos and... Murian, right? That's not nearly enough sections for that. Right? Probably? Probably.
But anyway. I don't know, I still don't believe that was actually the end of Morgan. There's no way it was, right? She must have survived somehow. I can't believe she would die that pathetically. It just doesn't seem right to me. But maybe I'm coping. But I don't know, I had this like final showdown with like Morgan in the throne room with like 1,000,000 health, or I don't know. I don't know. I thought there'd be more. So maybe I'm just coping, but I don't know. And Beryl is still floating around out there too. Like, we still haven't dealt with him. Because he can't even leave the Lost Belt without Koyanskia, right? I mean, it's possible he already sought her out, and that's why, and like, it's one of those in-betweens that we don't see. Maybe Koyanskia took him to David. Would David even welcome Beryl, though? I feel like he wouldn't. So yeah, no, Beryl must be floating around Britain somewhere. But there's also only, what, 5 or 6 sections left? Yeah, there's no way we deal with Beryl, Kernanos, and Murian. Maybe? I mean, maybe. I guess it's possible. I don't know why I clicked on that. But yeah, I don't see how everyone's so sure we've won. Like, I don't know. It feels weird. But I guess, to be fair, they don't really have any reason to assume we didn't, because for all we knew, that mural with the giant beastie ultimately was something that was done and over with, right? And wasn't something we had to worry about. Wait, but no Mash! Does Mash remember? Surely she must remember seeing Kernanos in the pit, right? Smash just not not thought to say anything about that? I just realized I don't think she ever told Ritsuka or anyone what she... Okay. I feel like MASH is a bad habit of leaving things unsaid that shouldn't be unsaid. Like, it feels like she just assumes we found things out a different way and didn't bother, because like it would, yeah, this is like the third thing now. I mean, the other two, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't really blame MASH. You know, how's she to know that it's even still down there in the era of the High Queen, right? Like, for maybe she assumed it wasn't there anymore. Maybe she thought it was dealt with. I don't know. But maybe she assumed Morgan just killed it with a Rongominiad at some point. That could make sense. You think she would at least mention it though, but maybe I'm being overly hard on her. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna quit ranting about MASH's failures. And for now, I guess that'll do it. And yeah, it'll probably be a few days before the next one. Gonna take a couple of days off and get some stuff done. And then probably, let's see, today's Saturday, right? Yeah, well, I was gonna start Zero Escape 3 next week, but I might as well finish LB6 and then start Zero Escape 3. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do from like Wednesday, pick it back up and see if we can finish. I mean, obviously not finish on Wednesday. Like, still, this is too much for that, but finish it in like another like 3-4 day period. But yeah, I'm not entirely certain how this is gonna end. Like, is Keranos? I assume it has to be Keranos as the final boss. It must be. Like, here's what I imagine is gonna happen. Is Murian is gonna like enact her plan to like convince Noctinaria to not let Chaldea have a Rongominiad. We'll deal with her somehow. Like, we'll have to find a way to steal a Rongominiad or something. And then as like we near the end of that, like a rumble happens and I don't know, and Keranos like rises from the pit, something like that. But we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. So yeah, as I was saying, that'll do it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, if I don't see Morgan again before the end, I'll be very upset. Because I really don't believe she's dead. I don't believe it. Not for a goddamn second. But yeah, I'll catch you later. Peace.